So we have a little Oracle Application Builder Cloud Service application that tracks orders for cookies. And it's very easy. You can go, for example, pick the customer that is ordering and then order a specific cookie. You have a bunch of cookies that you can select from, say how many of those you want, and when did you place the order. So pretty straightforward functionality for our cookie order system. Now I want to show you how we can use business rules to add functionality to this application. Let's look at the data designer and the business object we have. We have a customer object and we have an orders object. Now in the customer object there's a field called priority customer, which is a boolean. And one thing we might want to do is make sure that every time that someone orders more than 5 cookies, he becomes a priority order customer. Okay? So to do this, we're going to actually stand on the orders and look at the business rules. And we have here a trigger. So we can create a new trigger. We'll call it the priority customer trigger. Okay? And this is going to happen before the insert. Okay, and there are various events we can choose from. So we're choosing the before insert on the order. Then we get a flow for our logic. Here we can add an execution that will always execute or execute conditionally. We can also introduce custom code here. Let's execute this conditionally. And then we need to add a condition. So we'll call this one 5 cookies. Sorry. We'll call this one 5 cookies condition. And the condition is that the amount of cookies being ordered is greater than 4. Okay. And by the way, over here you can also use an expression builder to build more complex calculation if you want to. But again, we're just putting in the number of. And then we need to add the action. So in the action, again, you can do declarative functionality, or you can also add a scripting object over here. We're going to do something declaratively. We're going to update the record. Now the nice thing is that we're not actually going to update the order, but rather we're going to update the customer that relates to this order. And then we're going to set the priority customer field to be true. So basically what we're saying here is if you have 5 cookies in your order, you're becoming a priority customer. Let's apply this and save. If we go back into our page designer and run our application, we can see that Anna Graham right now is not a priority customer, but if she places an order for a cookie, an order for example 6 cookies, then now she is indeed a priority customer, and this was set automatically for us. Let's show you another type of business logic. Let's say that we ran into a short supply of almonds. So we want to make sure that when people actually order almonds, we don't let them order too many cookies of the almond kind. So to do that, we're going to add another business logic piece to our order. This time we're going to add an object validator. So this is going to be the almonds shortage validation, and we're going to add an error message saying too many almond cookies, order less than 4. Okay, so now we need to define the evaluation that is going to return to us whether we passed the validation or failed it. So in our case, we're going to have 2 conditions. So the first condition is going to check that the amount is actually smaller than 4 cookies. Okay. And we also want to look at the type of cookie. So if we scroll down, we can see the related customer and we can see the cookies. And we want to check that the display name, so let's pick it up, equals almonds, like that. So this might be one case where we are okay. So if you order less than 4 cookies of almonds, you're okay. So let's surround this with parentheses. And then there's another option, an or. The other option is that the cookie type that you're ordering is not almonds. So we can basically add here the not equal sign and then type almonds. We can put a line break here like that. Right, so those are our two conditions. Now we can apply this and save. If we go back into our UI page designer and run and try and place an order. So if we're choosing the almonds and we're trying to order, for example, 5 cookies today, we'll get the error, too many almond cookies order. So we can instead order 2 cookies and this would go through. Also, we can order other cookies, like a chocolate chip cookie, even 6 of them, and this would go through as well. So you've just seen how to add business rules to your business objects in a declarative way.